Hello, my beautiful friends. Welcome back to Pierce the Soul. I'm Pierce, your spiritual big brother, and today we're going to talk about you taking your power back and what that means. Your power is your power of choice, your agency in how you make decisions and what you choose for yourself. Most importantly, how you choose to think, how you choose to feel about a certain situation, how you choose to view a situation, and how you choose to respond to a situation. You taking your power back and becoming an empowered individual, the best, most intelligent, healthiest, happiest, most abundant version of you, hinges on your ability to harness your power. And again, I'm referring to your power of choice. As we've all heard and know that life really is 10% what happens to you, 90% how you respond. And it is your power and your response, your choice in how you choose to view certain situations, certain people, certain experiences in your life that will very clearly, one, tell you if you're coming from a place of empowerment in your higher self, or if you are a victim in your life and you feel that you're just in the throes of whatever the universe has for you and everything's against you. So I will share one thing with you. I was listening to the Real Brad Lee podcast years ago, and unfortunately I can't even remember this gentleman's name. I'd have to go and look it up and do a lot of research. He's got a lot of episodes. Anyways, this gentleman was an ex-con turned multimillionaire within 5 years, sharing his own story. And one of the ideas that he shared on the podcast always stuck with me, and it illustrates perfectly what I'm talking about today, about your power of choice, your agency in your own life. What he said was, my life drastically changed when I adopted the idea of CPA. And what CPA stands for, not certified public accountant, it also stands for that, but what he was referring to was CPA as far as everything in my life is a result of my CPA. What I choose, what I permit, and what I allow into my life. And so our lives, our external lives, our reality is based off of one thing, our internal world. Your internal world is a mirror, or your external world is a mirror of what you are feeling internally. And what you are feeling internally is whatever you're choosing in your life, whatever you permit into coming into your life, what you allow to come into your life. So this can become a challenging situation when we're trying to discern what we're choosing, permitting, and allowing into our lives, because it requires us to do one thing: take responsibility. And in a way, it's about taking extreme responsibility in our life, that everything in your life, everything wanted, and especially everything unwanted, is a result of what you've chosen, what you're permitting, and what you're allowing into your life. Now, our egos will tell us otherwise and go, no, that's stupid. There's no way. It's all their fault. It's all outside of me. My life isn't like this. I didn't get treated like this. I didn't ask to be treated like this. It's all because that other person. It's all because of my family. It's all because my dad, my mom, my aunt, my ex-girlfriend, my ex-wife, right? The problem with this is when we place anything that is happening in our lives onto something else, another person, another situation, we're giving away our power, because as long as whatever is happening into our lives is the result of somebody else, some other situation, somebody from our past, we are absolutely powerless to change the situation, to have power over the situation and create something different. Because if it's outside of me, well, we can't control what's outside of us, because we can't control other people. We can't control the weather. Well, we kind of can now, but you get what I'm saying. It's all a result of what you choose, you permit, and you allow in your life. And the more extreme you can start adopting and instilling this practice, this model of being, this concept into your life, the more power, the more empowered you will become. And as a result, your internal world will change, because you will become powerful in the result of what you're choosing. And therefore, your external circumstances, your world, will begin to mirror this new sense of empowerment. So let's give some examples. So bad relationships. You may say, oh man, my girlfriend cheated on me. My wife cheated on me. How the hell did I choose that? How did I allow that? How did I permit that in my life? That was all her. I didn't have anything to do with that. She's X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. Terrible person, fill in the blank, right? It's all her. It has nothing to do with you. Well, look, you have nothing to do with what her decisions are. She chose that on her own. The only choice you have is in a choice on how to view it, a choice on how you respond, and then ask yourself, how did I allow this to happen in my life? How did I permit this to happen in my life? How did I choose this? Well, of course, you didn't choose for her to go cheat on you, but what you did choose was her as a partner. What you did choose was how you were with her every day in your relationship that maybe pushed her away emotionally and didn't allow her to feel secure and maintain a sense of loyalty and love. So you have no choice or agency on how she chose to act. That's her. But you have to ask yourself, what was my role in the situation? And again, this is where our egos come in and go, this guy's an idiot. This is stupid. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's all her fault. It's all her fault. Yeah, sure. You can choose to approach it from that perspective. But as long as you choose to see it that way, that it's all on her, it has nothing to do with you. Well, she has all of your power, all of it. And your agency, your ability to respond and create something better now and in the future is gone because it's all on her. It's all her fault. It has nothing to do with you. Sure, you're in a relationship, but you have no part in the relationship. You have no responsibility. It was all her. There's no way you would have done this to yourself. Or you can choose to take the empowering perspective. You can choose to ask yourself, how did I allow this to happen in my life? How did I permit this into my life? You can say, oh man, okay, what was I doing in the relationship that pushed her away so that she's in the arms of another man or cheated on me? Sure, you can say nothing. I did nothing wrong. I'm a perfect partner. I'm a perfect man. Man, she's a stupid, B because, oh my God, I'm a catch, blah, blah, blah. You can choose to do that. But again, you're robbing yourself of learning a valuable lesson and insight into yourself and illuminating some of the darkness in yourself that maybe you need to heal, that will not recreate this situation, because it takes two to tango. So maybe you were in love at first, but she ran away and decided to cheat on you for whatever reason, out of spite, out of distrust. She's, whatever. There's a part that you played in the relationship that created this situation. You chose to speak to her in certain ways. You chose to go hang out with your friends instead of be with her. You chose to not put her first over a long period of time, over and over, that broke the bond in which she no longer felt a loyalty to you and she cheated on you. There's a part that you played. Now, of course, this is hypothetical. What I am illustrating here is the opportunity for you to choose your role in a situation. Now, you can say, let's use another example for work. You got stood up for a promotion. And so you feel the victim and you go, oh my God, I did everything that I could. I came in early, I stayed late, I did extra work, I've done well. Why am I not getting promoted? Why did he get promoted over me? That's so stupid. I deserve it. They're stupid. It's all because of my boss. He's an idiot. He always chooses favorites. Okay, great. You can choose to see it that way. And by choosing to see it that way, you'll never get promoted because you can't do anything to please your boss. You already tried. And so you're a victim of your boss. Your boss has all your power. Or you can choose to look at it differently. And this is where we get our power. This is how you become an empowered person, is when difficult situations arise, the first step in changing it is taking 100% responsibility. Okay, Mark got a promotion over me. I am not a victim in this. I had full agency and control over this situation. So what did I choose to do in this situation? How did I choose to be? Man, okay. And this is where, first, we have to take full responsibility. Second, we have to be brutally honest with ourselves. And the brutally honest part, first, your ego does not like the responsibility, Because if you take responsibility for something, now you're giving yourself power, and that situation is going to change. Your ego is trying to keep you in a victim mentality and in the same circumstances that you're not happy with. So it won't want to take responsibility. It'll say, no, it's all on them. It's all my boss. It's all on Mark. It's all my other coworkers. It's this workplace. It's toxic. Yeah, notice everything is outside of you. And as if everything is outside of you, you'll never be able to change it because you're relying on other people or the situation to change. But you're not willing to change. So you have to be responsible. The second is to be brutally honest. You have to be incredibly, brutally honest with yourself. So what would that look like? You know what? If I'm brutally honest with myself, you know what I did do? I wanted this promotion so bad. I became such a people-pleasing brown noser where I was kissing everybody's ass. And who wants that? I became this like needy little unempowered, like, oh, choose me. And you're doing stuff out of transaction rather than power because you're trying to get something. And they knew that. And that's why they promoted Mark, that I was just trying to kiss my butt all the way to the top. So once you do that and you can really be honest with yourself about your role in the situation and be brutally honest and take responsibility, you go, man, that's crazy that I was like that. This is an opportunity for growth for you. Now you can choose to be different. Now you can choose to go about it. You can also choose to look at it a different way and go, man, you know what this whole situation is showing me? That this, and maybe you genuinely did get passed up for promotion and you really carried yourself with respect, with integrity, with power, elevation, ready for a new position. So now you got passed up. You're still not a victim. You can choose to say it's all them, blah, blah, blah. Or you can choose to go, you know what, this situation, responsibility, it's in your control because it's your life. It's your life. It's no one else's. So everything that happens in your life is your responsibility. It is your life. It has nothing to do with the outside world. The outside world is a reflection of your inner state. So you may say in this situation, okay, I really did genuinely try. I really did carry myself with integrity and do work, and it was unappreciated. So what is this situation teaching me? You know what it's teaching me? That I'm in a workplace that doesn't value my skills and who I am. And that although I was deserving, I got passed up. And I don't want to be around or work with people or in an environment where I'm taken advantage of, where I'm not valued and respected and treated with kindness, where hard work is not rewarded. So you know what this situation is teaching me? That this job is not for me, that it's time for me to move on, and that there's something better out there for me. It's time for me to finally start that business so I can work for myself, so that my income, my value to the world is not dictated by other people and environments. You see how different those thoughts are? And it's simply a choice on how you want to view it. And when you take the higher road and the choice of empowerment and a positive viewpoint and understanding and learning the lessons from each situation, you will become a greater, empowered, more humble version of yourself, an enlightened version, an insightful version of yourself that has agency over their own life and the opportunity to create what they want. And it's only by being responsible that everything in your life you've chosen, you've permitted, or you have allowed into your life, and that you also have the choice to change it by viewing it differently, by taking different actions, by thinking differently. There's a million different perspectives for every situation on how we can view it. Every situation is like a sphere, and everywhere you stand around that sphere will give you a different perspective of what that circle looks like based on where you're standing. So you can take this perspective from underneath or on the side or here. What about the ones up here that you haven't stood and looked at from a different way? What if other people think differently about this situation? Could you adopt one of those perspectives that becomes empowering? It's all what you choose, you permit, and you allow into your life. This is how you take your power back. You create agency in your life and you transform from the inside out and create different external circumstances. That's what I got for you today, guys. Love you so much. What do you choose in your life? How do you choose to view things, choose to respond? What do you permit in your life? Do you permit people like this to come into your life? Do you allow yourself to be treated like this? Do you allow yourself to be in different environments? You're choosing these environments you don't like. It's all from the inside. Love you guys a ton, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.